I am actually dedicated to doing this. I don't want to mess around. I want to make sure that I get this right. So I apologize if my camera work is terrible, but I am going to be setting myself up here for my sound off that I'm doing at midnight. And I'm going to be putting up more than one horn. I'm going to be having multiple horns that are going to sound... Okay, this is set to continuous low. I want this on low volume because this electronic horn will drown out these mechanical horns if I put it on high volume. So, I gotta make sure that I have it on low volume, and I'm going to be wiring it with the 34T here. Hopefully I got my polarity right, but there's no promises, so that's why we're gonna be setting this up the way we are. We're gonna do multiple takes to make sure I have this right. I don't want to mess this up, but I fear that it is very possible that I could mess this up. And I can tell I messed it up because I already got one of the wires to accidentally pop out of this 34T. This is going to be very difficult to get correct, so I have to be very careful here. Because I am, I might just mess everything up here, and I don't want that. These wires don't fit very tightly in here. Yeah, this is going to be really difficult to get set up, but it's my first year. This is why I typically don't do New Year's sound-offs, because they're just difficult to wire everything up, just to take it all down the next day, but I feel like for content, I must do it. It's a tradition in the fire alarm and siren community to do a New Year's sound-off. I have to be a part of that. I have to be a part of that, and I have to use my foot here to hold the horn in place, because I don't have 3 hands. I don't have a third hand, so I gotta use a foot. If this is a 2-person job, and I don't have a second person to help me here, so... Okay, that's the wrong polarity. I don't have power applied. Let's see. Okay, that is the correct polarity. How do I plug I don't have a mounting bracket for this horn. That's the only problem with this horn. This horn, I need to buy a Spectre advanced mounting bracket just to make this horn work, because it doesn't have a mounting bracket. That's why I never use it. I just gonna use the 34T. I don't have my simplex horn yet. My simplex horn didn't arrive yet, so we have my 9805. I think it's a 9805, right? I don't know. I'll spoil it for you. I think I got a 4901 9805 coming in the mail at some point, but it won't be here today. So, oh, I'm reverse polarity. Forget, these things are polarized. 34Ts are polarized, so you have to be very careful. It probably doesn't help that I have 2 red wires here, so it's hard to know, and then this plug is also not polarized either. Wait, what? Why isn't it sounding? Did I mess up the terminals? Something is ridiculously wrong here, and I don't know what it is. I hope I didn't fudge up my screw terminals again. I need to make sure that this is all set. I'm gonna have multiple of these in series. I'm not just gonna have one horn sounding. I have to have at least 2. I mean, I already do have 2. I have one horn set up hidden downstairs that I will be doing at the same time. It's not gonna be hooked up to this rig. It'll be a separate rig. But my plan is to have 2 horns up here, and then I have I have one of my other 34Ts downstairs. I have my 34 downstairs. The one that has the newer grill style, but has, it's on the back. It's my 34-6. Okay, so... Damn it. See this wire here? I need to get a new wire. This wire sucks. It has barely any grip. So I basically have to just hope that the connection stays, because probably the most embarrassing thing, you're gonna want these horns to sound exactly at 12 a.m. You want to do it exactly when the clock switches, and when I plug it in, if I just hear a click and it fails, it's something as simple as, what if my diaphragm gets messed up in here and the solenoid just clicks and doesn't actually sound the horn? I'll be very embarrassed. Every now and then with these horns, if they're not adjusted right in the back, you'll just get a when they turn on. It won't actually do anything. It'll just make a click, and that's embarrassing when you're trying to do a system test or anything like that. That's why I want to buy more of these electronic horns, but I don't have a mounting bracket for it. So these wires I'll use. I'm gonna hook up a second 34T. I have my third 34T downstairs, or not my 34T, my 34. I have two other 34Ts I can use here. I think this one is a good one to pick. I'll use this one. That is a broken iPhone cable I tried to use as my wires, but it didn't work because there's like 17 different wires inside of that thing, and not just two. I need two. Yeah, this one's on a back box, but it has wires coming out the back of it, so I already have wires here. I might as well use them. Let's figure out how to do this. I need an Ival battery. I might actually have to go to like my grandma's house and get like an Ival battery or something. Because I know they have like a bunch of them over there, and I need one. I might just put one on an Ival battery and one plugged in. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I tested this one this morning. Sounds really good. I tuned it since this morning though. That is actually loud. I'm not going to do it again. This is loud. This is the loud one. This is the... See, it has like the darker... You notice how it has like a darker grill? See, and then this one has like a lighter silver grill. So that's different. I don't know what it is. Like, not the grill, the diaphragm, the plate. Silver versus dark gray. I don't know why they have it different colors like that, but it's like really interesting. You can kind of see that. Set these down. My camera's out of focus here, but yeah, these are... I don't know. I do this one. I want to put as many horns as I can. It won't be my entire collection though, because that'll be too excessive. I'm not like Fire Alarm Dude 5967 where I can just do everything. Alright? I need to limit myself here, and I have one horn downstairs, and I don't want my parents to get angry, so I only have one down there. And I'm probably not going to show that on camera because privacy reasons. We're going to have people here. There probably will be guests here. I don't know for sure, but like, you know, I don't want to... I think my parents don't like it when I film them, so I don't try to film them, but like, they don't want me to... And it makes sense, so I'm just going to try to... The camera's going to be up here in this room, but I will let you know that what you see when I do my sound off, what you're going to see here is not everything. Because, like I said, I have one more downstairs that's going to go off at the same time. Just to keep everything involved, I'm going to be having the one horn downstairs. And actually, I will show you where that horn currently is. I will show you what I'm talking about. What better time to show this than now? I have an Ival battery behind that, and I'm gonna be going up here at midnight. I'm gonna run down. I'm gonna set this one off. It's a battery behind it, and then I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna turn everything off upstairs. Then I'm gonna run back down here and turn this one off. That's how I'm gonna do it. But I'm probably not gonna film it because there's gonna be people down here and stuff. So that's how it's gonna work.